Exclusive content online at PimpyK.com. The views and opinions expressed are exclusively the views and opinions of PimpyK, not the views and opinions of our sponsors.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
You know what they say? See a broad to get that booty yak 'em, leg her down or smack 'em, yak 'em. Cold got to be. You know? Shit.
Now it's your turn. Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Let's do this!
Tonight's podcast exclusively powered by the PimpyK Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the PimpyCast, episode 10, not quite live, right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. There's something kind of crazy going on here tonight that you guys will notice. It hasn't happened in a long time. The motherfucker was around a little bit for number 7, the launch, but that was a totally disastrous thing. The original co-host of the PimpyCast, right here on the PimpyK Multiverse Network, the one, the only, the pseudo-Mexican, DFOLK.
That is me.
What's up with you, baby boy?
Nothing much. Just hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
Like the hair, the old hair in the biscuit adage. Nice. So we haven't done this together in quite a while. Anybody that's watched the show early on, or actually didn't watch, but listening to the show early on, knows that when we first started doing the PimpyCast, it was all audio. We weren't quite doing video yet. And then when we started doing video, it wasn't very good, and it slowly crept up to the level that it is now. The sound's better, everything's better. The only problem is PimpyK has gremlins specifically for his show, because once again, and I swore up and down that I wouldn't bitch about this. See, you remember how we used to do the rules? Every episode there'd be a rule.
Yeah.
The new rule is, from here on out, I am no longer about to bitch. I'm no longer allowed to bitch about the impurities and gremlin bullshit that's going on during this fucking podcast.
Well, why does it keep continuing then?
For a multitude of reasons, one of which I had Hatchethead on the show a few weeks ago, and that scary motherfucker, his scary ass demons are just gonna fucking hang around here forever.
That'll make you want to bitch.
So what happened was, I had some kind of like little pussy, see, I'm gonna get fucking egged for this, but I had some kind of little pussy faggy gremlin / poltergeist, and then I had Hatchethead on the show, which ended up turning into, I got some of his, so now those two are just like hanging out, you know what I mean? Just totally fucking putting a damper on everything we do around here. But anyway, that's not the point. So we had a featured artist of the week, literally the last minute, for you guys that watch regularly and watch the deal with Villarreal, which is on Monday and Wednesday nights right here at the PimpyK Multiverse Network. Same channel, same place, same website, PimpyK.com. You guys know that we tend to record right now, because the PimpyCast is not live. We record it right after the Monday night episode of the deal. We were shooting the last segment of the deal, which means we were probably about 30 to 35 minutes away from starting the shoot for this show. And this motherfucker texts me and says, sorry, man, got to drop out.
Yeah, I got the laptop without
Listen to me, guys.
video.
We're not
that about a bitch. Get your Acer out of here.
He could have used a cell phone. We're not talking about in-studio
interview.
interview.
Nokia 2480.
We're not talking about having to go out of your way to do anything. This fucking loser didn't have anything else to do, I can promise you, other than get free promotion, which is what I was willing to give him no matter what the history was.
It was Monday Night Football.
No,
and Buffalo Wild Wings. The game was pretty busy, so he probably had to work.
No, this is pure bullshit. We're talking about a Skype interview, guys. We're talking about, all he had to do was hold his phone up for 5 minutes and fucking talk to me, and I was going to help him get his fucking music out. Now, is that going to happen? No. So we've decided that instead of having an artist of the week, what we're going to do is the featured artist of the week year-end review.
Dun, 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 dun.
So-
Dun, 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 dun.
So when we get to the second segment of the show, as always, we're just gonna sit and talk about some of the actual guests, the ones that took the time to fucking show up and didn't cancel on me last minute. And listen, we still got a few more cool artists coming up. We've got Big Low, rapper from the Gulf Coast area that does big things. Guy stays on tour constantly. Just getting that guy in the studio is almost an act of futility, and we had him in here once, but it was pre-surgery. For those that don't know, I had a tumor removed from my throat that was hindering my vocals, and we went to the ENT, and he cut that motherfucker out, and we're back in business. I don't sound like I'm talking with a fucking cock halfway down my throat, and things are a lot better.
Well, see, now I'm a little worried because you never told me it was a fucking tumor.
Well, it was benign, but it was a tumor. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was
it like bingo benign?
B. Not. It damn sure wasn't 069.
See,
That could have been what caused it. Let's be honest.
Man, see what happens? You go into bingo, you're talking about B9. Go to almost B9. Yeah,
That's your shit. So anyway, so what we're gonna do is we roll. Me and DJ are just gonna shit. So you guys haven't seen fucking DFOLK on the show in forever, so we're gonna do exactly what it is that we do when DFOLK's on the show. We're gonna sit here and we're just gonna talk shit. Hopefully he comes up with something better to talk about than bingo. But either way, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right.
Old man, shit.
And when we get to the second segment, all we're gonna do is we're gonna sit and talk about the artists that we've already featured on the show this year, which is cool. Which is something I planned on doing anyway. And since, believe it or not, the last show of the year is the 29th, was the only night that I could book Mr. Low. We are gonna go ahead and do our year in review here now. This episode, biatches.
11 months,
Biancas.
31 days into an hour and a half.
So one might ask, why is it that you're already at your year-end review and you're only at episode number 10? Well, fuck. I mean, there's really a lot that goes into that because, and as this motherfucker knows, if you've watched through some of the episodes of the PimpyCast, it evolved quickly. From a show that was just fucking audio to what you see now with the green screen and this isn't a green screen. We have one. This is actually where I live right now. I live in an abandoned a ward of an abandoned one of those, what are they called, where the fucking crazy people go in the padded rooms? Asylum. I have one of those. I live in it. God, it would have been a lot more believable if I would have known what the fuck it was that I lived in.
That's fucking delicious.
Yeah, of course it is. It's mine. I've got something else that's delicious you can put in your mouth if you're in the mood. You're thinking,
couple more drinks.
You're thinking about it. I like it. All right,
I
so
don't gotta think long.
So since it is touche, my man. I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's a short subject.
Fuck, I miss you having on the
That's
show.
why
Dude, everybody,
this happens like this.
everybody that watches the show was like, dude, I went back to all your shows, even the ones where they were just audio. Where the fuck is DFOLK? You and him had you guys had this dynamic that was unbelievable. And the rule number one here at the PimpyCast, actually rule number one here at PMVN, which it can be any of the shows on this network, is we get hammered while we fucking do the show. Because what else? I mean, that's all we do anyway, so it just makes sense that we would do it while we're doing the show, right?
Exactly. I had a blast doing the shit. Just my fucked up work schedule is fucked up.
It is.
How it is.
That's just the way it is.
And like I don't get a set 40-hour week. Sometimes I work fucking 70 fucking hours.
That was a shot at me, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't get to call in sick.
I'm sorry.
So I'm fucking calling in sick.
I'm sorry that I don't work for Nazis. I mean, what the fuck do you want from me?
Man, I don't get a Christmas bonus.
Oh shit, I don't get one of those either.
My boss man gave me a cruise. That cruise cost me $1,000 fucking dollars, dog. I got a free cruise. It cost me $1,000 fucking bucks on this cruise.
Well, he gave you a free cruise. You didn't have to gamble and drink and everything else that, of course, wasn't included in those costs.
I know he had stock in Carnival. He knew this nigga drinks a lot of Crown. I'm about to send him on his way.
He knew the guy that owned the business that stocks the ship with liquor is what it is. He
Rafael Sanchez.
If DFOLK's coming over, we're gonna sell some fucking crowns. So let's go ahead and get on board with that shit right now. All right, guys. Just so you guys know, anybody that watches the show, we're always trying to give away free merchandise. All the time. We got the fucking spiffy PMVN t-shirts. We've got decals for days. I'm going to go and throw that information up right nizzy. So here it is. We got the giveaway. You can follow us on Twitter. It's either at Mr. PimpyK, which is the official PMVN Twitter account, or you can even hit Chad Villarreal at Chad Villy, or you can do Facebook, facebook.com/PimpyK, which is the official PMVN Facebook. Or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. And then, of course, when you're done with all of that, you send us an email, radio@pimpyk.com, and make sure you tell us all your usernames and everything else that you have that you use to like, subscribe, and follow. And we will hook you up with some free shit. It'll be fucking baller. And I don't know.
About some multitasking right there.
Well, I mean, am I just going to fucking give that shit away? What the fuck do you want from me?
Like the clicks and stuff, man. You good, man.
Yeah, shit. Oh, yeah. You thought, shit's just fucking changed a little bit.
I ain't been here in a while since I had my busted out t-shirt. Kind of hurt my feelings.
No, that shit was funny as fucking. I had all this shit at that time.
A little sexiness. That's why they come around.
Dog, I
didn't know my fat rolls were hanging out the shirt. Shit.
Did you see the meme? That
shit was mean. Oh, the meme.
Just so you guys know, episode number 7, when we actually went live, it was a little bit disastrous. A couple of the mics didn't work, things like that. But what we did, what happened was when DFOLK came in and sat down, he was wearing a button up, and it was about as tight as a skin suit. So like the fucking buttons were about to pop off. And it got sexier. Further it went down, the more the buttons were separated as it got closer to his belly. So as you got to the bottom, you could see the motherfucker's belly button.
I look like a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid.
Dude, we had people texting in studio and sending messages saying, "Yo, tell DJ to fucking tighten that shirt up," because he was busting out all over the place, man.
I was wearing my nephew's shirt, basically.
Yeah, give that tight young tank top back to your son.
My wife doesn't know how to cook, and she doesn't know how to do clothes. She shrunk my shit. It used to be a 2X.
Had nothing to do with all the carb intake and everything else, right?
Yeah, I might have ate some pumpkin pie.
Right, yeah. It was the holidays. It has nothing to do with anything that you've done, but it's all about how your wife can't do clothes right.
Yeah, exactly. She shrunk that shit.
I've met her. It sounds legit to me. Sounds legit. Speaking of, holla Keisha. Gotta holla at Keisha.
Holla.
That's DFOLK's wife, Keisha. Another big thing that just happened that I think you guys would be very interested about. I mean, I know he's not a very interesting man, but he's on the show, so I'm going to try to act like he is for the purpose of the show.
I'm the pappy.
Yeah. DFOLK. His wife is with child or with
sex.
demon. This motherfucker had sex one time, and now he's going to be a daddy, which is fucking awesome.
Vagina's good.
It is.
Watch out.
You were on some different shit tonight. I got her
pregnant. I was wearing a condom, but apparently it doesn't matter. She told me that it just happens. So, well, I'm a daddy.
See,
yeah.
Condom. See, when I was
99.1%. 99.9%. So, like, there's 0.01% that you'll get somebody pregnant. So watch out. You know, when I was your age, trust me.
When I was your age,
it's not someone else's baby.
We didn't have any fancy birth controls like the pill and condoms and pulling out. None of that shit existed back then. You know what I mean? Like pulling out, like God, it just seems like, who really wants to deal with that?
Yeah, it's timing. And it's like, what about the first nut?
If by timing you mean just get it as quick as you can, and better get yours, timing all day.
Like most women don't understand, 2.5 minutes is a heavyweight round boxing match.
God, we're just ripping off every fucking black comedian that's ever existed right now. That's pretty
Most
much
of these people weren't around back then. So, are y'all ready for the next comedian?
Damn, is he funny?
What? Y'all don't know who that is.
Dude, I tell you what, if the first person that sends a message to the show that knows where that came from,
you get a sticker
and a t-shirt and a t-shirt
and a t-shirt,
and we will do it again.
A twofer.
And I'll let you go ahead and go ahead.
Are you ready for the next comedian?
Damn, is he funny?
Right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, it ain't Martin Lawrence. That's the original OG.
See, I feel like you gave it away because
people nobody really watched it back when.
I don't know. We'll see.
No one watched it when Lawrence Fishburne was doing it.
Yeah, that was around the time that JJ Watt took over, I think, wasn't it?
Oh, JJ Watt was doing that.
Yeah.
Him and Warren Moon was switching up.
Yep.
Right Best thing came out of Texas was Empty Oil.
It was right before the little nerdy guy from MASH, Radar, took over the show. You gotta blind them up.
Fucking Radar.
No, motherfuckers are confused right now, and that's really my point. I hope that works.
Keep you interested.
All right, so we haven't bitches. So we haven't had you on the show in a little bit, so let's
You just farted in the mic.
I had to do what I had to do to fucking make that little segment a little bit better than what it was. So we haven't had you on in a while. What type of current events and shit like that are going on in the world around us that have sparked your interest?
Oh man, this bitch named Lakeisha.
No, come on. Let's
this is for real. Like
this is some real shit.
Like, this just happened.
Like there's really a Lakeisha that you got to bitch about.
There's a Lakeisha something.
Oh, she's Lakeishan. She's Lakeishan.
No, it's Lakeisha.
But Lakeisha's Lakeishan.
She in Las Vegas today. She just fucking ran right through a fucking crowd on the Las Vegas Strip. Had her 3-year-old kid in the back. Right.
Oh, I heard about this.
Hit 30 people, 30 some odd people, killed one, and they're still trying to figure out if it was a terroristic threat.
What?
Really? Her name's Lakeisha. Her name's like not Lahamid.
Yeah, not Lakeisha Dohamid.
Lakeisha from Oregon is not a terrorist. This bitch was homeless.
What was Lakeisha from Oregon doing with her baby on the Strip in Vegas?
Apparently, she was trying to get to Dallas where the baby daddy was.
Well, that is kind of on the way. So I mean, there's that holds.
Sometimes you
the story. The story holds water.
Stop in Vegas and suck a couple dicks and kill
we covered this on last week's show, but I want to know what you know about this. You heard about that fucking space missile program Israel's got going on?
What?
Yeah, dude, I got some information. Hold on, keep these motherfuckers company out.
Space missile.
Yeah, dude, check this shit out. It's I got this shit right here. All right, so Israel claims that they have conducted successful tests of its Arrow 3 missile, which is capable of destroying targets in space. It's got an onboard radar that detects hostile objects in space, and it's designed to be Israel's third and highest level of defense. How scary is that? I don't want to get too deep into this because we covered this before, but fuck, Israel has this?
But like it's the third highest thing of defense.
No. Third is their highest. Like they don't have a DEFCON 4 like we do. Like
well,
3 is this high.
They didn't do too good about their Iron Shield that was supposed to stop the Palestinian bombs from shooting over.
Yeah, that didn't work. but you know who knows about this
like,
one?
Israel calls it their third. It's like no, USA calls it our beta program.
Here's why.
It's like, hey, we it didn't work over here. No, take it.
Here's why that is their best weapon is their third, because you know what their DEFCON 4 is?
No.
Us.
Oh yeah, we are deaf. Everybody's DEFCON 4.
You know what I'm saying? Like we are their final.
Hello, America, can you help us? No, my friend. I do not know you, Netanyahu.
So in the world of pageants, and I use stupid shit like this, but it has to happen because my homeboy Steve Harvey fucked up a little bit. But
you Flappians,
but he did it in fucking Steve Harvey fashion, which I love. Steve Harvey, that's a funny motherfucker, dude. And listen to me, and we talked about this a little bit on the deal with Villarreal, and here's the deal, straight up. When you when you can practice anything as much as you want, when you go live, shit's gonna happen. shit is gonna get fucked up. They said he practiced this same card, same everything. And first of all, when you have a card that's introducing who is the
first runner up,
the second,
that's where they fucked up.
Right, there should be a second runner up, which is third place, which was the American, and then there should be the winner. You don't even mention because you have them lined up together, right? Because they're the last two. There shouldn't have been 3 on the card. There should have been two fucking things on the card. There should have been the fucking third place person, which is the second runner up, which was Miss America, and then there should have been fucking the only other one should have been Miss Philippines.
The two badass bitches from Colombia and the Filipinos.
Yeah, man.
What
do they call those? Juice mommy?
I'm gonna taste that bitch's lumpia so much.
Mom, I forget what they call them over there in the Philippines. Like juice mamas or something like that. Like they're prostitutes, but you order like a juice. You ask for a juice and you get a juice, and that's like the key for the.
Fuck that! I'm ordering lumpia
For the whore to come over.
I don't want no juice. I want some lumpia.
Well,
good job, Steve Harvey. Actually, I can't blame Steve Harvey. You know, he had an earpiece in. Right.
Well, he pulled it out early too, so they didn't hear.
He pulled it out early. He's used to that shit.
Well, no, literally, he popped it out early, so they couldn't get a hold of him. But in his defense, he realized on his own that he had fucked up and went back on stage and fucking. I mean, nobody said you got to go back on stage and fix this. They were thinking about just running time out.
See, I didn't watch nothing.
They were thinking about. Well, I heard this on Rome. Believe it or not, he did an interview because ESPN owns that shit now.
Yeah,
like they bought it from Donald Trump. Yeah. So
Go
company.
The Ronnie Manuel's brother is the one who fucking is the.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Ronnie Manuel. Chicago's mayor.
Oh, okay. That's the guy that took over for the fucking con man that went to prison or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, exactly.
Rob Gavoyevich. That's the name. It's Gavoyevich.
It is.
Shout out to my boy John Stewart.
It's Rob Gavoyevich or some shit like that.
You're gonna take over Fallon. Fuck Fallon. It's all about Jimmy Kimmel.
That's some fucked up shit. All right, guys.
Gavoyevich. Yeah.
Dude, that dude beat pretty much all of his charges. I mean, the big one still stuck, but like out of all those charges, he beat a shitload of those. He really did.
He's like, "Hey, Obama's gonna be president. You want a seat?"
Mm-hmm. That shit was
that
for
shit
sale.
for $2.5.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up this segment, guys. You guys,
a box of chicken.
You guys are watching the PimpyCast right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Yeah.
What's up, my sweet babies? It's Chad, the real deal Villarreal. Come check me out on my show, The Deal, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. We're going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central. We're going to make sure you get some help with your problems, make sure you get the accolades you deserve for all your accomplishments, and make sure that every fart and or dick joke gets broadcast to the world. Yo, Special Ed, tell these motherfuckers where to find me.
The Deal with Villarreal, Monday and Wednesday nights at 8 on PMVN Radio. Can you tell me how to get to Pimpy K Street? Tonight's show brought to you by the letters P and the letters K, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
All right, everybody, we're back right here at the PimpyCast, coming to you exclusively from the Pimpy K Multiverse Network, streaming online at pimpyk.com. Just to let you guys know, we're giving away free shit. I talk about it all the time, and I'm going to go ahead and bring that up real quick. Once again, it's the giveaway. Follow me on Twitter at Mr. PimpyK or Mr. Chad Villarreal at Chad Villy. The official PMVN Facebook is pimpyk.com/ or facebook.com/pimpyk. And then subscribe to the channel that you're watching this video on now. And when you're done, just email radio@pimpyk.com. Don't forget to include your usernames and all the other shit that goes along with that. And we will send you some free shit. I mean, it's pretty much as simple as that.
And
who
was the guy who said, "Are you ready for the next?"
Oh, that's right.
Comedian.
And the first person that messages me, and I will use timestamps. The first correct answer I get for that, I will send you some free shit as well. And I'm gonna give a clue. Can I give a clue? I think I am gonna give a clue. The name.
I have a clue.
No, I'm gonna go with one clue. He also shares a name with a famous skipper in baseball. Right?
Or
does he not?
Or
he's retired now.
Or what you'd call that one girl in high school that everybody fucked. She's a little hoary.
You talk about your wife?
Oh,
because that rhymes too.
She was a lesbian, so she didn't fuck nobody. She just got fucked.
Okay, never mind. And I wasn't really taking a shot at your wife, but
everybody else did. Oh,
it's really easy because if you know what her first name is, it's this nigga's last name.
Shit,
isn't it?
Oh,
yeah, that's where I thought you were going with that. Dude.
I was like,
all right, guys, here we are at the PimpyCast.
I forgot I was married.
Episode number 10. Like I said, our featured artist of the week bailed out on us, but that's okay because what we're going to do is a year-end review on all the artists that we've had, and we're going to start from the very first one, and we're going to move up. There's not very many because most of you know the PimpyCast started off. We were pumping out episodes, and then we kind of took a little bit of a hiatus while we built up the studio, and we got better fucking video. We got better sound. Poppin'. Yeah, I mean, we got everything fucking so much better than it was at the beginning. But the whole point is, we're here. It's fucking almost Christmas. Fuck, let's see. Christmas is Friday, so we're
3 damn days.
Technically 3 days from fucking Christmas. Merry motherfucking Christmas, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa. What is the one that puts them all together?
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
That's fucking good enough for me.
Merry
that's fine.
Chris Mahana Kwanzaa.
So let's talk about some featured artists we have. I think you know just about every single one of them. Unfortunately, you weren't here to interview any of them because by the time we got to the point where we were actually booking artists of the week, you had already grown in fame so much that you decided you didn't have to be here anymore.
Yeah, you have to book me. That's what it comes around
as Villarreal would call it.
I'm not cheap.
There were sightings of DFOLK.
I know Miller Lite. He kept saying there's Bud Light here, and
everybody knows here in the studio, right here off camera, to the front of us is my gracious wife bought me a mini fridge just for the studio, and that bitch stays full of
with his money.
Well, that's not the point. She went and did it though.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel the same way. Like, she wants me to go and buy her a present. It's like, won't you just go buy yourself a present and then wrap it and then move. Well, at least then she gets what the fuck she wants.
Yeah, but man,
because I'm gonna get her some fucked up shit like an iron. I'm gonna buy her a vacuum cleaner.
Get her something that she'll use.
Some fucking replacement swivel pads so she can be mopping in this motherfucker. Like, I do stupid.
Wife.
All right, let's digress. All right, so we got to get this shit up real quick. As you guys know, the PMVN Featured Artist of the Week is brought to you by AJ Custom Graphics. AJ Custom Graphics, their only limitation is your imagination. Anytime that we have anybody on the show that is our featured artist, that's who sponsors the segment. They at the end of each season, which we will be ending here very soon at the end of the year, there will be a fan vote on the webpage at PimpyK.com. And for all those who have been featured guests in the past, they can get their fans to go on to PimpyK.com and vote for them. The winner of that will send their logo or photo or whatever it is that they want printed to AJ Custom Graphics. And I believe this season, it's a small run of die-cut decals, which is awesome. So you send your logo to them, and they will print out some badass decals, just like the PMVN decal that's right here on the back of this laptop. And that shit will be absolutely free, not a single dime to the winner. Also, any of you guys that are in bands that need print, you're not going to find any better prices. These guys will hook you up. And the cool thing is, if you tell them Pimpy K sent you, you're going to get another discount, which is fucking super awesome. I've already got people that aren't even in bands that just do other type of media things on the internet and things of this nature that are already going to be getting a hold of them very soon. And they just wanted to know how I would get credit for it. And it's very simple. Just tell them
Pimpy K sent you.
That's it. I mean, what? I mean, come on.
How hard is that?
I mean,
say, hey, I want some shit done.
How hard is what?
Where'd you get it?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
You got an erection set?
Just a little bit, but everybody knows I don't wear pants when I do this show.
Well, I'm gonna start not wearing them too.
No, that's not the way this works. All right, so PMVN Artist of the Week, year in review. I think we should get started with that right now. Once again, this segment is brought to you by AJ Custom Graphics. AJ Custom Graphics, their only limitation is your imagination, which means they will hook you the fuck up. And let's move on. So,
and most of y'all, it's not too much imagination.
Very first, actually, I almost jumped ahead because episode number 3, which was actually the first time that we brought video to the show, the video was really fucking horrible. We had this really shitty little webcam. We were actually going to do it as a test, but it turned out to be such a good show. We stuck around. It was my artist of the week was actually a band that I'm very familiar with. They actually will not be in the voting only because there would be a conflict of interest.
Yep.
And that was the Souljah Priests. We had
Souljah Priests in this bitch?
We had Souljah Priests in this bitch. And we had Nikestro in the studio live. He actually
don't know how to vote, so it wouldn't be too much of a conflict.
And he brought a new track which was produced by H. Kane. We had to remove that track from the show because there was a sample in it that conflicted and they wanted to take my monies away from me, and I can't allow that to happen. But it happened, and he knows all about it, and we never even went back to replace it because, quite honestly, the production quality was shitty back then, and we just kind of left the show the way that it was. So let's go ahead and talk about the very first featured artist right here on the PimpyCast, the Souljah Priests.
Hot.
I would say probably when it comes to that horrorcore, just underground grimy, probably 2 of the best lyricists in the game. Like I said, I'm a little bit biased. I used to rap under the label Charnel House Records, which, listen to me, PMVN is my life. It's what I do. It's pretty much my second job, and I spend just as many hours on this as I do on my regular gig. But here's the honest to God truth. I am still Charnel House affiliated. Charnel House is not dead. I just want people to know that now. There will be more shit in the future, but right now, just kind of at a stagnant state. Unfortunately, one of the reasons for that is one of the members of the Souljah Priests, the one that was not on the show, is Griever. He has decided that he is no longer going to be fucking with music. He's done. He's retired, if you will.
Damn.
I don't know if you knew about that or not.
No, that's what happens when I guess we have a baby.
Well, no, this happened way before that. Speaking of, when we did have DJ Bodyslanga, which will be coming up in this conversation here in just a few minutes, he did a nice little shout out. And the funny thing is he called them both by their first names, which is fine. Henry and Alex. See, Griever or Henry or Hank or however. See, I call him Spanky, but you know that.
Mr. Murdoch.
His name was Hank, and then it turned into Hanky Spanky, and I just called the motherfucker Spanky. His mom fucked up one night when I was over at their house and was like, yeah, I used to call him Hanky Spanky, but now Spanky's pretty much all I call him now.
Yeah.
All right.
Pet names.
All right, so if you guys want to check out the Souljah Priests, they've got a few tracks spinning on PMVN Radio. You go to PimpyK.com and go to the radio section, and they're spinning on there. You can also check them out at ReverbNation.com/Souljah Priest. I'll probably add some shit on here when we finish up editing on this video. We can do all of that, or I might just not. Most of you know who the fuck the Souljah Priests are anyway, so who gives a shit?
You gotta listen to Big Hammer.
Big Hammers.
You gotta listen to Big Hammer.
What a name drop. You know what? When we go to the next break, I might just play that for them.
Ooh.
I hate
hot shit.
As hot as that song is, I hate to say it. When I look back at the overall quality, not necessarily of the recording and the vocals, but just the production of the beat and everything else, it's completely. You can't even use any type of compression to bring that down. It jumps right out of that shit.
Fucking beat was hard.
But I will. I'll go ahead and play that song when we end the segment. You know, he asked, he shall receive.
Exactly.
All right, so the very next, and this is when video started getting a lot better. I went out and got a webcam that was worth the shit. Wasn't doing any super encoding, any type of technical shit, and we didn't have the green screen or anything like that. We basically just set up a table with some mics around it, and we fucking, like we always had, but the only difference was you could actually see what the fuck we were doing when it was going on. And the cool thing about that episode number 4, if I'm not mistaken, number 4, is my co-host for that show was Nikestro once again, coming back from the week before, and motherfucking boat captain, or the anti-Captain Planet, as I like to call him, Mr.
Dubideus. Oh, Dubideus.
That's right. That Amadeus was not the original version of that song.
This nigga bought me a watch, right? And gave me a watch so I can look more grown up. Believe that shit.
He gave you that watch because he doesn't know how to tell time himself.
Yeah, they were in Roman numerals. He's like, it's V6. I'm like, dog, we ain't playing bingo.
So the actual featured artist of that episode was the one and only Shank from Bloodtooth Records. An awesome fucking horrorcore rapper out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. A guy that me, him, and everybody else in this clique for the most part has been fucking with and is known for quite a while when we would go to shows. We would go to underground hip hop shows up in the Atlanta, Georgia area at one of the finest and straight up dopest venues in the South, or I would in the country, I would like to say. The Masquerade Atlanta. Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't the safest venue. The floors were about to fall through. I've heard the staircases collapsed a couple times. Nonetheless, it was a great venue. We went to some fucking awesome shows up there. Me and this dude, a few episodes ago when Nikestra was co-hosting, we talked about how we came to Fisticuffs a time or two. Me and this dude have come to Fisticuffs way more than just a time or two. And one particular one was really fucking nasty, and it was the night before we went to a show in Atlanta. And
he burnt me with a stove.
No, we somehow in our fucking wrestling and our tussle, the stove got turned on, and it wasn't a gas stove. It was one of those electric stoves with the spiral eye. So this motherfucker, and I think to this day he might still have that scar. Do you?
No, it's gone.
Is it gone now? But this motherfucker had a burnt scab on his arm of the perfect spiral, and people thought it was like a what was it? Fucking Nine Inch Nails downward spiral tattoo.
No.
That's what it looked like.
That's some gay shit.
But anyway, so Shank, let's get back to Shank. We featured his album Jersey Devil, which was a fucking dope ass album. The name of the track that we featured was "Come and Get Some," which what? I'll also play that too. Why the fuck not? We'll play that. I tell you what we'll do when we end the show. We'll roll the credits. I'll let the credits continue to roll multiple times, and I'll play at least snippets and sections from a couple of these songs so you guys can hear all of the shit, and I'll have all the contact information. If you want to get a hold of Shank, or if you want to listen to Shank shit, you can always get him at reverbnation.com/ShankBTR, or you can hit him up at www.bloodtoothrecords.com.
A little known fact about the Masquerade: you can piss at the bar and nobody will say anything.
No, you did that, and they were just afraid to say anything because we had already been in some issues earlier where they just didn't want to fuck with us. That I don't get embarrassed very often, but when I do, it's because he's with me. And this motherfucker walked up to the bar in the middle of a fucking full show, whipped his dick out, started pissing at the bar, and then looked at the bartender, which knew what he was doing, and ordered a drink. This bitch didn't say shit. She gave him his drink and was just like,
double shot of Crown.
I hope he gets the fuck away from here. All right.
Damn, he's tipping though, so I'm gonna keep serving him.
But Shank's a really good cat.
Oh yeah, good shit, man. I love Shank.
Dude, we've been down with them cats forever.
Yeah,
that's another person we got. Well, actually, no, they're coming up next year, but we're also
15 years, man. Yeah.
Yeah, also from that label, we've got Justin Sane from Bloodtooth Records. He'll be coming up sometime in January. He's booked to be on the show, so look out for that as well. So as we move on, we go up to episode number 6, which episode number 5. I almost skipped one, which is actually the PMVN debut of
Hatchethead.
No.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Shed. Mr. Chad Villarreal.
Shed.
We actually, before the deal with Villarreal even existed, we got Shed, which is our nickname. What happened was there was somebody was trying to text Chad, and their autocorrect changed it to Shed, so now everybody in the PMVN clique just calls him Shed. It's funny, but that's just the way it works.
Apparently nobody should be named Chad.
Yeah, obviously not, because if you're Chad means shed, and
nice tribal Chad.
So,
where are you from?
The debut of Chad Villarreal, he came on as a co-host on episode number 5 of the PimpyCast. And our featured artist that week was a little indie or progressive rock, alternative rock / punk band. Great guys. Matter of fact, probably my favorite band right now on the PMVN radio rotation, Pink for President. Oh man, I fucking love these guys. They're all good cats. They're fucking straight up sweethearts. They're skilled musicians. Each one of them are actually music majors right now at Troy University in Southern Alabama. These guys are super. I know intelligence in Alabama typically doesn't go together, but these guys figured out a way to pull that off. And
Roll Tide.
Roll fucking Tide.
Roll Tribe. I'm sorry, Roll Tribe.
And they figured it out, and they're fucking super dope. They got songs spinning. They got 3 songs right now spinning on PMVN radio. They got one called Doubt, which is the second edition, which actually has a rapper hitting 16 at the end of that track, which is really, really cool. They've got 2 Asgard, and there's another one, and for some reason right now I can't think of. Oh, Vader. All 3 of those tracks are fucking classic. These kids are going to be fucking big. Watch. And I can't wait till they do, because I want to say it does. Shut the fuck up. I want to let you guys know right now, I'm not fucking big on getting on anyone's nuts. These kids are fucking talented, and I can't wait till the rest of the world gets to see their shit. They're that fucking good.
To Vader, Asgard and to Vader.
When we go to,
I might lick the nuts off the sack.
When we go to the break, I'm gonna let you listen to this, and you'll see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway,
I hear it. I want to
the way we found those guys is we were just scouting talent like we always do. I had Nikestro downtown with me. We were at the Handlebar. And these cats were doing this tour. They called it the Collateral Jamage Tour, which is fucking, it was quippy. I liked it. It was sweet. And they put together this little demo for that tour. And that shit, I'm telling you right now, it was awesome. You guys are going to love the shit out of it. All right, we got to hurry up because we're running long on this segment. But, and then coming up on episode number 6, which was another big landmark for the show. My co-hosts were actually, once again, the guest artists. It was the very first time we had a live show. Or we had a show that had the artist of the week recorded and performed live in studio, which was Nikolia, Savino, and Jside.
Bala la Plata.
Bala la Plata, por favor. You'll hear a lot of that in that episode and later, but it was a great episode. 2 of the finest musicians I know. It's a keyboardist and a bass player, and they do this little reggae collaboration. They will be back on the shore soon, and they will be doing another live performance. They were supposed to perform for us live on the launch of the live edition of the PimpyCast, which will have been episode number 7. That didn't happen. Watch that episode. It's not very good, but a lot of fucked up shit happens, and you'll understand what the growing pains are here. But those are 2 really good friends of mine, one of which is a Wu-Tuck Soldier. Which is really fucking cool. You guys have no idea what that is. Google it, and you probably still won't know what that is. Coming up next is episode number 7. They were there too because I was so impressed with their performance that I brought them back for the launch of PMVN Radio and the launch of the PimpyCast going live, which y'all see how well that went. We are pre-recording this show now. But we'll explain all that later. And this, I'm promising you now, by the beginning of this year, things are going to be fucking fixed. I can promise you that. So we'll skip ahead to episode number 8. Episode number 8 we had, and I'll go ahead and let you do it since you accidentally blew the load a little bit.
Hatchethead.
That's right, Hatchethead. The owner and founder of Bloodtooth Records, the same label that our first artist was about, Shank. Our second technically if you don't count the Souljah Priests, but you always got to count them. Hatchethead. What can I say about this guy other than the fact that he's a hardcore death metal horrorcore rapper. If you see his show, his persona, his thing, his niche it's incredible. It's gory, it's nasty. If you're at one of his shows, live shows, you'll get hit with a body part. I promise you. It might be a finger, an ear,
foreskin. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure there's been a foreskin. This guy literally waits till the day after Halloween so he can hit up all the surplus fucking shit.
Discount, bitch.
And then do his fucking show for but he's fucking awesome. He's got 2 songs right now spinning on PMVN Radio, both of which feature Prozac from Strange Music, the record label that was started and is owned by Mr. Tekanina himself, which is super impressive. And then there's, of course, Prozac, which is the Hitchcock of hip-hop. He's no slouch himself. He's also got a song on there called Dear Diary, which I believe we spawned during this last episode of the Deal with Villarreal. We spun this song. This one features Bizarre from D12, Prozac, fucking King Gordy
And fucking
Bizarre and Prozac.
Fucking Bizarre.
And that shit was Bizarre.
Like, for real.
He's got a verse in that song.
Bizarre made multi-thousands of dollars within the Eminem.
He went triple plastic.
Yeah, he spent them on M&M's, but fuck. Bizarre.
Listen, Bizarre's got a verse in that song, and it goes like this. Damn, girl, you got some sexy eyes. I bet, no. Damn, girl, you got some pretty eyes. I bet that tastes good with some chili cheese fries. Only Bizarre comes up with shit like that.
Oh, he was at a Waffle House when we recorded
But that's
that.
Hatchethead.
Hatchethead.
The fucking man, the myth. Listen to me. He's the shit.
Motherfucking show is nothing but love when we come with the ATL for the show.
Absolutely, man. And he's, just so you guys know, Bloodtooth Records will be doing a show here soon. It's a variety recorded show right here on PMVN. We're going to fucking rep the shit out of that. It's going to be funny. It's going to be gory. It's going to be everything that you would expect out of Mr. Hatchethead. And once again, you can catch him at ReverbNation.com/Hatchethead, or you can get him at, just like Shank, at www.bloodtoothrecords.com. He also fucks with the skateboarding things. He's got trucks, fucking grip tape, fucking does full decks. This motherfucker's expanding his horizons. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you know this. It's no longer just Bloodtooth Records. It's now actually Bloodtooth Records and Skate.
And skate.
And Skate. This motherfucker's
Skate.
reaching out, doing it right. Obviously the segment's about to end, but we also got episode number 9, which was our last release. We had Mr. DJ Bodyslanga, guy from Pensacola, Florida. He spun for a shitload of people, Big Low. He fucked with all kinds of bands around town, Mad Love, and to say a couple others. But he's fucking sick. He's dope. You guys can check him out.
And he's got a hell of a beard.
He's a great cat. I'll definitely have his contact music coming up. All right, guys, you've been watching the PimpyCast right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
People that tune into the PimpyCast obviously have no lives. If you're listening to this, you must be one of them. The PimpyCast, only on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to segment number 3 as the Artist of the Week year-end review, because the Artist of the Week bailed on me, which is all right, typically, but when you do it literally 20 to 30 minutes before go time, that makes you a little bitch.
Yeah, and we really didn't have nothing to talk about with him. And,
you know, if he would have been like, my mama's in the hospital, just lied to a motherfucker, then I would have been all right about it. But not just, yeah, man, I'm ready to do this, let's do this, and then like 20 minutes later say, oh, I'm going to have to bail on you. Fuck you and your faggy ass shit that you do. Because it's not good. I'm going to let you know now. It wasn't good. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt because you're a local artist and I wanted to fucking do my best to support this scene, but I got to be honest with you, your shit wasn't good. So let me just wrap up real quick the year in review and just give some guys some props real quick. And we're going to start with the Souljah Priests, of course, Nikestro and Griever, guys we've been fucking with forever. Good cats, Charnel House Records. If you need information about them, you can just hit us up and we will give you everything that we have. They actually have a Reverb Nation, all that, which you can search. And then right after that would be Shank. You can get him reverbnation.com/ShankBTR or www.bloodtoothrecords.com. And while we're on Bloodtooth, I'll go ahead and skip to who was the one of the more recent ones, which is Hatchethead. He's got Verbal Debauchery, an album out right now on Bloodtooth Records featuring Prozac, Bizarre, King Gordy, and a lot more people. A lot of fucking cool people on that album. It was a great album, most of which was produced by Prozac, which is really fucking dope.
That's some dope
he got to fly up to Detroit and fucking hang out. And dude, he was there, yeah, for fucking King Gordy.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you know this or not. We talked about this in the episode he was on. We found out that King Gordy is stingy with his weed. So he comes in, you know, King Gordy with the big sunglasses and all that shit that King Gordy does. He comes in, Mr. King Gordy, fucking, he's like a cool ass dude. He comes in, he spits his 16, he sits down, comes out of the booth, sits down, rolls this fat fucking, like one of the fattest spliffs anyone's ever seen, lights it, hits it, and then goes, it's been real, but I'm gonna take off.
Smoked the whole joint by himself.
No. He took one hit and walked out the door.
Ain't that about a bitch?
He said all the weed smokers in that motherfucker were like, what? What just happened?
It was some Reggie. He didn't want nobody to know he was smoking Reggie. That's what happened. King Reggie. I'm going to call you King Reggie.
And then,
nah, much love, dog. I wouldn't let the motherfuckers hit my shit either. Bring your own weed. I ain't trying to get sick. You know what I'm saying? We up in Detroit.
And then we got...
Detroit's a fucked up place right
now. All right.
Motherfuckers are getting lead poisoning
Let's digress here. Let's digress, my man. Let's digress.
Lead poison from water.
All over your body.
All over your body.
Then we got, of course, the alternative rock / punk band, Pink for President. Zach and all those guys up there in Troy, Alabama. Fucking awesome band. You can get them. You can just search them on Bandcamp and Reverb Nation. You can also get them on Facebook. It's actually I got to remember what this is because it was actually a great play on words. It wasn't just like PFN like P or PFP. It was P for penis or some shit like that. Fuck it. Either way, they're on the website. Everybody we're talking about right now, if you go to PimpyK.com and you go to the featured artist section, everything you need to know about them is right there. So if I fuck any of this up, shit happens and I apologize. But those guys are fucking awesome. Great fucking punk band. We got to see them, like I said, at the Handlebar here in downtown Pensacola when they're on that Collateral Jamage tour. It was fucking great. They're actually a favorite of the show and the network, and we are going to be having them on very shortly here at the beginning of the year, so we're going to have them back. That's going to be dope. We already covered Hatchethead. We covered Shank. Jside, Nikolia, Savino. Another big part of this network, the very first live performance, and there'll be very more from them. Matter of fact, we are unofficially, but officially at the same time, sort of their online outlet for any of the new projects that they're doing. Both of them are engaged in a lot of stuff that they were doing previously, but a lot of the stuff that they'll be doing forthright will be exclusive to right here on the PimpyK Multiverse Network, which is fucking awesome, whether it be the PimpyCast or the deal with Villarreal, because he's friends with all of us, they are friends with all of us. So a big shout out to Nikolia Savino and Mr. Jside. Two of the best singer-songwriters in this area, and that's fucking awesome.
Dope shit.
And of course, DJ Bodyslanga, Mr. Weston.
House.
His information is also on the site. His is more personal. He's not really a guy that promotes. He's kind of a backstage, behind the scenes type of guy. So he's not really not anything really to promote. He does have a Reverb Nation, which is on PimpyK.com if you go to the artist section. But another great fucking dude. He spun for a lot of big acts. He DJ'd live for the Souljah Priests more than once. Fucking great cat. Got to kick it with him Saturday night. They had the hip hop versus punk Xmas bash or throwdown, or I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was great turnout. We got to throw away a lot of PMVN stickers and T-shirts. It was a great fucking time. People brought canned goods. They donated to charity, shit like that.
Well, how much cream corn do they get?
I'm sure there was a shitload. I was getting rid of shit that I just like kidney beans, shit that just.
You threw away kidney beans?
Well, I used to cook chili.
That's
and I just don't do it anymore.
all we need is homeless people with a bunch of
since I've started this network, I don't have time to cook, so I got rid of all the shit that I don't use anymore. And I know, but there's still good shit. There's some homeless people that would like some chili.
Beans, but you could have told me you got kidney beans. I would have traded you my cream corn for them kidney beans. I
wouldn't have let that trade go through.
Fuck, man.
I would have vetoed that trade, my friend.
A badass chili. Anyway.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
So when you call it a chili, so it's like just a chili bean?
Yeah, it's enough serving for one person.
That's good enough.
And, due to my dad, I put pasta in it,
dude, this motherfucker's dad, rest his soul, motherfucker died on my birthday 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Just so
we cannot celebrate his birthday.
Typically, when you hear things like this, you would say, that's fucked up, but I'm just going to come out and say it. His old man was an asshole. Loved him to death, but he was a prick, and he knew how to get to you. And I know for a fact that when he decided that he was just going to fucking just call it quits on my birthday, he did it spite me. He said, birthday, I'm just going to go ahead and die right now.
Fuck your birthday, bitch.
Take all the attention away from you.
Your birthday don't mean shit to me.
That man was a fucking, raised me. Everything I know about being funny, out of being made fun of and making fun of other people, I learned it from that dude. Straight up. And I don't have any problems taking a minute out of my show to say big ups to Pops, which is what we called him, or
the fucking drunk
DFOLK
Irishman.
Senior, I guess is a good way to call
Irishman.
it. Just and me
took us to a fucking baseball practice drunk.
Got us drunk one time so we wouldn't go to baseball practice
because we had to go anyway.
No, there was one time he got us drunk playing horseshoes, so we wouldn't want to go. Oh yeah, he ended up taking us anyway.
We had fucking batting practice at Jason Stryker's rich house. I'm a coach's son. I got a fucking baseball cage in my backyard. We're gonna go play. Yeah, Pops took us PBR, baby. PBR. Or was Pops on Bush back then?
No,
was it PBR or was he transitioned to Bush?
No, I'm sure Bush and Natty Light, shit like that. That's
he never drank Natty Ice.
Bush for
sure. It was PBR. Then it was Bush. Then he finally
whipped up to the Miller Light.
Went to the Miller, yeah.
Miller and Bud Light, you can both send your checks.
And Canadian Mist.
And whoever owns the Canadian Mist Company, you can send your checks care of PMVN Media LLC. The address, it's actually a P.O. Box, and I don't even know it, but it's on the website as well.
P.O. Box?
Well, I mean,
that's dope.
There's nothing screams I'm an internet company like I don't want you to know where I live.
Yeah.
Well, then why the fuck would I have a P.O. Box?
Unless you hit on like the Facebook location finder. You forgot about that, huh?
No.
I'll snitch on them. Hey,
that shit doesn't give addresses, does it? Does that shit give addresses?
No, that shit location finds you on the map.
Right, but it doesn't. But yeah, it tell you what part of town you're on. You're not gonna narrow it down to a fucking house, can you?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, we talked about this on the deal. I actually kind of knew this happens because there's this group in like Brazil or Argentina. I can't remember what it was, somewhere in South America. And what they do is if anybody puts out a video that's racist, they fucking GPS locate you and they put a billboard at your house. Fucking,
that's funny shit.
That's
I heard
good.
About that shit on Lexington.
Yeah, that is good.
No, I didn't hear. No, not
anytime. No, we can talk about that. They're big inspiration of mine. A lot of people hate on them.
Man,
they're great radio.
They're on in so many small towns across America.
So they're syndicated anywhere with less than 1,000 people.
Yeah, less than 1,000 people. Hey, like they're based in Dallas, but they're not all in Dallas.
You hear that? Do you hear that?
Fucking thunder?
That's what that is.
This show. It's 4 days before Christmas, and we're bringing you thunderstorms.
This show brings the thunder. Just so you know, for all you freezing motherfuckers, we're here at Pensacola, Florida, broadcasting live right here from PMVN Studios. It's 4 days before Christmas, and it's about 80 degrees outside. It is rainy, but we're not freezing. There's no snow. It's fucking awesome, so fuck you and your cold, frozen,
I got shorts
shit.
on. He has boxers on. Get at us, player.
It's sweet that you said I had boxers on, but everybody knows I don't wear anything other than a jersey and a hat when I do this show.
I made you put on a napkin or an eye patch. Whatever you want to call it.
Was that a shot at my penis size? Is that what that was?
Do you want me to take a shot at it?
What's new?
Hey.
I believe that you've been taking shots at my penis since I've known you.
Oh, shit. Remember that crackhead
What
bitch?
A great way to end this show, by the way.
Remember that crackhead bitch from 4th of July?
Whoop. Man, you got that whoop.
That's that whoop. What the fuck is this bitch talking about? That's a whoop.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the PimpyCast. DFOLK. I'm Pimpy K. Don't forget to hit us up, PimpyK.com. You've been watching the PimpyCast right here on the Pimpy K.
Tell Corey. Remember that. Get your free t-shirt. Tell Corey. What's the ampersand for that?
This is the
ampersand. Oh, ampersand is that little signal.
You're not even going to let me end the show, are you?
Oh,
You've been watching the PimpyCast right here at the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up.
Tune in Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the PimpyCast Live. It's on PMVN Radio and the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.